iCafe Speed Enhancer. The iCafe Speed Enhancer enhances the performance of your cafe terminals and secures terminals from misuse by users. The iCafe Speed Enhancer improves the performance of the terminals by reducing startup and shutdown times, blocking access to disk drives and USB connections, blocking access to system settings and configurations, and preventing downloading of files and changes to browser and network settings. To enable the features of iCafe Speed Enhancer, click the Settings icon on the main menu. Click iCafe Speed Enhancer on the contextual left menu. The iCafe Speed Enhancer window appears. To enable all the features, click Enable All. Similarly, for the preset optimum settings, click Recommended Settings. If you wish to not use any of the features, click Disable All. All the buttons can be clicked to enable and disable them, except for the Power Save option button, which requires you to select the level of power saving you wish to set. The Power Save option button allows you to select the idle time for terminals before switching off monitors and hard drives and entering standby mode. Enabling the Hide Registry Editor feature makes the registry editor unavailable. This prevents unwanted changes to the settings in the registry, which could otherwise lead to a variety of problems that can affect the proper functioning of the terminal. When the Delete Temp Files on every restart option is enabled, temporary files will be deleted on every restart. This keeps the hard disk clean and the PC healthy. The Disable Personalized Menu feature makes the personalized menu inaccessible to the users, thus preventing them from making changes to the Start menu. The Speed Up Shutdown Time button reduces shutdown time of the terminals and disables the loading of settings before shutdown. The Remove Run command feature disables access to the Run command from the Start menu. This prevents user from opening drives or programs or execute commands which may affect proper functioning of the terminal. The Speed Up Folder Browsing option enables quick access of folders on the hard drive, opening them instantly. When Disable Internet Options menu option is enabled, the Internet option menu from the browsers is hidden. This will prevent unnecessary changes to settings in Internet browsers. With the Disable Lock Computer option, you can prevent users from locking the terminals. Unwanted locking of the terminal means that you will have to unlock the terminal for other users. The Disable Change Password for Windows option prevents users from changing the passwords of the terminals, keeping the terminals secure. When the Write Protect USB drives option is enabled, it prevents user from saving or copying of any files to a USB drive attached to the terminal. This will prevent the users from copying unwanted or unauthorized software and data like music and videos to or from the terminals. This option can be used to showcase that you are preventing unauthorized distribution of copyrighted material to the law enforcement agencies. When the Disable Display Settings option is enabled, the Display Properties page is disabled from right-click on the desktop and from the control panel. This prevents users from changing display settings. When the Disable Save Settings on Exit option is enabled, it disables saving of computer settings upon shutdown. This enables faster shutting down of the terminals. It also helps ensure uniformity across system settings. When the restrict resolution to 1024 by 768 option is enabled, the screen resolution will be locked to 1024 by 768. Most of the internet sites are made for 1024 by 768 resolution. This prevents access to the Settings tab on the Display Properties page to ensure that users do not change the screen resolution. When Disable Printer Access is enabled, access to printers will be disabled. This ensures that users cannot access the printer to get printouts and prevents unwanted or unnecessary printouts from terminals. When this option is enabled, logging off the computer will be disabled. Switch user will also be disabled. The computer can only be shut down. When Disable Save As for downloaded files is enabled, it blocks the downloading of any files to the hard disk. Users cannot save any unnecessary software or data on the hard disk. This saves hard disk space. When the Disable Control Panel option is enabled, access to the control panel will be disabled. Improper changes to settings from the control panel can affect the proper functioning of the terminal. By disabling access to the control panel, you can prevent unauthorized changes to the terminal settings. When the Hide Network Neighborhood option is enabled, the network neighborhood and My Network places are hidden from the user. Users cannot access other terminals in the network and will not be able to copy files to or from other terminals. This will help prevent unnecessary or unwanted transmission of data. When the Prevent Change to Taskbar and Start Menu option is enabled, users cannot make changes to the taskbar and Start menu. Hiding the taskbar or changing its size and position can cause inconvenience to other users. Preventing access to change the taskbar and Start menu ensures other users are not inconvenienced. When the Set Browser History to 0 days option is enabled, browsing history is not saved in the Internet Explorer browser history. Data such as temporary internet files from any website visited will not be stored on the terminal. This will ensure that a user's data cannot be seen by other users and will keep the terminal's hard disk clean. When the Clear History of Recently Opened Documents on Exit option is enabled, no documents will be visible under Recent Documents in the Start menu. This will prevent other users from opening files used by previous user. This will help maintain privacy and confidentiality of the users. When the Remove Find Search menu option is enabled, keyboard shortcuts like F3 and Ctrl F will be disabled. The search option from the Windows Start menu will be disabled. Users will not be able to perform unwanted or time-consuming searches on the terminal. When the Disable Add Remove Programs option is enabled, the Add Remove Programs option from the control panel will be hidden. This prevents users from uninstalling software from the terminal. When the Hide All Drives option is enabled, users cannot see the hard disk drives in My Computer. The users will not be able to save any files on your terminal's hard disk. This protects your hard disk from unnecessary files, keeping your disk clean and saves your disk space. To have your specific settings for individual terminals, right-click on an idle terminal and select the Speed Enhancer option. Repeat the steps explained earlier to select appropriate options.